Hey everybody! So I said I was doing a live video today at 1:30. It's 1:33, so I'm late. I had a few last couple things that I needed to look up because I got everything together and realized that I didn't plan what I was going to say at all. So, whatever. It's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. So if you're wondering why I'm wearing all of this ridiculous stuff that I just like literally probably less than 10 minutes put together and got all over the table or whatever, it's because today on the Sarah Upside Down show, we're going to be talking about stimming and different ways to stim, different things that you can stim with, or like ways that different people self-soothe, which is what stimming is short for. So I'm like trying to see what y'all are saying from here, but I'm blind. So anyways, I'm going to be kind of showing off some different stuff that we have around the house. Hey guys, hey Alex, hey Ken. Every time I look over there and like see something, I'll totally forget everything that I'm saying. It's so horrible. Like I somehow got this monkey stuck to my shoulder. It's colorful. So I'm obviously doing this more for y'all because a lot of the bright colored stuff is my daughter's stimming things. And yeah, it's just as bad as like looking into these. I mean, you cannot see it all with these things on. I mean, it's like a kaleidoscope, but like both of your eyes have a kaleidoscope. And so anyways, that's painful after a while. Yes, there is aliens, and I'm about to go get the foil and put it on my head. Which would be shiny. That's another STEM thing. So hopefully my laptop doesn't die before I get through showing y'all all these cool things that I like literally just put together. I realize when I plan things, I suck. And when I don't plan things, I worry about it and it works out. I don't know, so I'm just going to go over some dumb phone. Oh, so yeah, I forgot I was live. So I'm going to go over some stuff that I'm going to read. Just for those who have like no idea about any of this stuff and kind of need the basis of what stimming is, and just name off a couple different types of stimming that people wouldn't normally think about. So when stimming is in autistic people, the term stimming is short for self-stimulation behavior and is sometimes also called stereotypic behavior. In a person with autistic person, just like, come on guys, get with the program. Stimming usually refers to specific behaviors that include hand flapping, rocking, spinning, and repetition of words and phrases, which is also known as echolalia. So those are just some of the few ways that you can stim. I'm going to read a little more about echolalia and verbal stimming. So, or vocal stimming. Stimming, which is a nickname for self-stimulation behavior, like we just said, is a repetitive behavior. And then it names a few. When does vocal stimming happen? So self-stimulatory repetitive behaviors and movements can provide sensory input with children and adults, helping them cope with stressful things in the environment, or helping them to focus or express their feelings. It can be calming because it is a predictable behavior they control. In a crowded restaurant, a child or adult, why do they just say children? These people might feel overwhelmed by the noise. Like I was just in IHOP and I don't know why I didn't pull out my headphones the whole time. It was driving me nuts. And so instead, since I didn't put them on, I just like had a bunch of different things that would help me kind of visually stim on, and then I didn't really focus on the sounds as much. But yeah, in the restaurant would feel overwhelmed with noise, and an analyst equates stimming to the activities we might do in our leisure time, such as playing an instrument or a sport. This way, this helps us to decompress after a long day at work. And people with autism being helped by vocal stimming. Vocal stimming, also known as echolalia, usually happens when kids are working on their language. So, and another way of echolalia is like repeating songs over and over again. I'm like, whatever, I don't need these notes. Like, it's all in my brain from reading it like 5,000 times, trying to nail it down. But like you can have like favorite songs. Like, for instance, my daughter, she listens to Frozen, and that's one of her like big special interests. And so she will sing the songs over and over and over again, like just say the same words over and over again. Because it's soothing her. And sometimes she'll do that in the store or the car because it gets overwhelming, kind of being like trapped in a car seat and, rocking and stuff like that when there's music on. And a lot of people, do that. So it doesn't really seem as, I guess, different to people that would see someone like, flapping their hands or doing something else. So anyways, yeah. So that's kind of verbal stimming. I have no idea what I just said. The reason why I'm chewing gum on the video, I'm about to take it out, is because like that's one of my big stims. Because I'm an adult and it's harder to go around people and do my stims, and like I'm sitting here like I want to do this, or I like want to do this, and I like kind of feel my fingernails. That's why I like having fingernails. But like, that's just, yeah, people think you're weird if you do that. I'm learning to care less about those things. That's why I'm doing a stimming video with goggles and a monkey on my shoulder. But gum is a way that I stim. And I can feel that I need to like self-soothe or whatever, like I'm getting too much anxiety or whatever is going on. And so I'll just like get a piece of gum. And so throughout Walmart, I'm just so like, because I hate being in there. So I've got to experience overload from IHOP to Walmart today. And so I get to play with all these stimmy things, and hopefully it makes me feel better. Maybe y'all will get a laugh out of it if you haven't laughed already. But I'm going to go into showing y'all some different things that kids and adults stim with. Yes, I still play with Legos sometimes. They kind of hurt my eyes because of my sensory stuff, but it's definitely a fun way to stim. So I got a couple different Lego sets here that I personally picked out for the kids because they were super legit, and then I could play with it after, because that's what you do when you have kids and you're still somewhat a kid. Whatever. I don't know why I always do this clapping thing. And there's going to be some random stuff in here that you wouldn't even think about stimming with, because I don't know where I was going with that, but because everybody has like different things that they prefer or like. And some of the stuff that my kids have drives me nuts, or vice versa. So like my daughter hates whenever I sing while she's vocally stimming, because she wants to be able to hear herself, and like that's trying to calm her down. So, I mean, she'll straight up tell me, maybe not in the nicest way, that like she wants to sing by herself. And I'm like, oh gosh, my voice must be horrible. So I'm going to take that gum out now. I mean, I guess you could like take it out and stim with it, but I don't know, that might be kind of gross. Whatever, whatever floats your boat. So I think I stim with caffeine sometimes, and it's probably not a good stimulation for my brain. So I did less caffeine today with Earl Grey and my milk and my sugar. Oh, I forgot to put the sugar in it. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying. So we're going to go right into it. Okay, do y'all want Legos first or squishmallows first? Somebody answer me. Legos or squashmallows? Come on. Somebody's watching. Tell me, Legos or squashmallows, or I'm not. There you go. I was just like, I need help going on with this today. I'm already hitting burnout, and it's only Wednesday. And how do people do this on a regular basis? I just can't. Like, all these videos, my brain hurts. So we're still going to make it the rest of the week, and then y'all get to go back to your one video. So enjoy it while it lasts. Oh, is it because there's spikes on here? Yeah, you got to have the spikes on here to be a porcupine. So this, oh gosh, I got to show y'all it closed first. So like I said, my daughter's special interest is Frozen. So they had these cool little Lego boxes that, you know, Santa or whatever got them for Christmas. And this was her first Lego set, but it's shaped like a book. I don't know if you can see it, but like I can just stare at it and it makes me feel happy because it's cool. And then the Lego piece actually opens it up. Oh my gosh, I should probably be on one of those like kids YouTube channels, like where they do all the toy stuff, but that looks exhausting. So it was all put together, but it has all the little pieces inside. Isn't that so neat? 2 more days. Oh, today's Wednesday. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I was like, wait, no, we're on Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. So anyways, there is all these little Lego pieces, and you can set it up. And if you do it right, which I did the first time before, you know, she went and destroyed my masterpiece. And then you fold it back up and it goes in a book. So not only is it fun to stim with, because I don't know if y'all noticed, these are like very pastel colors. That's probably another reason why I like that. But it's not too bright to play with. You know, there's not so many bright colors and stuff. But just putting the pieces together and trying to find all like the little detailed pieces that are supposed to go in the spots, and you know, it's like activating your brain. And whenever you're stimming, or at least for me, it's something that I can do and not have to think. So like it's like I'm kind of thinking in order to put it together, but I'm like so hyper focused, it's insane. And I could just sit there and build like an entire Harry Potter castle and probably not eat or drink, because sometimes I need to like know when to stop stimming. And it can just be too fun. And then your brain has too much of it, and you realize that after building the whole castle, and you have a meltdown. Oh no, the monkey fell. Let's get back on here. So I'll tell you about him, and then we'll go back to Legos. So this is one of my daughters. I remember having these when I was a kid because, like, you know, we had this kind of stuff all the time. But it has all these bright colors on it, and it's soft, and she loves stuff like this that you can put on you, you know, and hang on you and stuff like that. And then there's these little things. So I would say one thing about stimming is they are actually normalizing it. I mean, if you go in Five Below, it's like dream world for people who like to stim. Because there's all this shiny stuff. I mean, honestly, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I take my daughter in there because we love this type of stuff, but I can only handle it in spurts. So I'll just go in there and we'll just like touch the pillows and play with the stuff and then like leave and sometimes buy something, but not always. And they have a bunch of these little things. So they're like kind of normalizing like kids playing with different stimming toys, or the squishy balls or the slime balls or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So I would say out of all the things that are kind of like, I guess, like stereotyped or looked down on or whatever, I feel like a lot of people are learning that it helps with other stuff on the mental health side of things, like anxiety and social anxiety and like all the anxieties and all the socials or whatever. But they have these necklaces that are good for kids and adults, and they do have adult decorated ones, or like, I guess that they think are just for adults or whatever, you know. And these are like, it's like chewy necklaces. So you can chew on it. You can, you know, kind of bend it around. It's like made out of like the silicone rubber stuff. And they have all different design kind of ones. But, you know, just kind of, I don't know. Oh, that was my jaw. See, that's why I don't need to do that. But I grind my teeth a lot and stuff because, and that's why I try to do the gum. I'll chew. I guess it's like a natural thing that comes with like the anxiety and stuff. And sometimes when I'm in social places, which nobody would ever guess, what's actually going on the inside. And so I need things that are a little less obvious, or my kid may need something a little less obvious, where they can just, kind of sit here. It's like chewing on a straw, basically, but this isn't horrible for your teeth and won't make it fall out. So yes, Stimming necklaces. Like I said, they got like Spider-Man ones, all the cool kids ones, the boy ones, and then you could take it off and you could play with it. You could feel the ball, the rubber ball things on there, and whatever you want to do with that. So back to the Legos, like I was saying. This just gives me a reason to bring on the 3-level Harry Potter bus. Disney characters, it looks like. Oh, yeah. Yes, those look cool too. I like the I wanted to get the Scooby-Doo play mobile thing or whatever, because obviously if y'all watched yesterday, I love Scooby-Doo, and so I'm always trying to brainwash my kids with things that I like, because, well, then I'll have way more fun. And that's out of no means to be selfish. I let them get all their own likes and stuff, but sometimes I need to buy them stuff like this, like I did for my son for Christmas. I mean, Santa. Yeah. So anyways, more Lego stuff, super fun. It's even more fun that, like, I don't usually like instructions, but I love instructions when it comes to like Legos and things, because I like to intricately put it exactly together how it's supposed to be. And okay, so I just limited you to how you do your Legos, but I'm very particular whenever I do Lego stuff. It needs to be a certain way. So ta-da, Harry Potter bus, super fun to stim with. And let's see, what do I want to go to next? Play-Doh. So my daughter actually got glitter, and she put it like all inside the Play-Doh. Pretty neat. There's a little Anna thing that you can make a print thing out of. But these type of things, I love this type of stimming, like just squeezing stuff in your hand like constantly. I probably need something. I don't know if it's because I have like really bad anger issues or something, but like I'm always clenching my fists. This is also why I started karate yesterday with my son. We are doing karate together. We had so much fun doing it yesterday, even though I don't feel great because allergies are horrible. But anyways, I always clench my fists, and so it's nice to have something that, you can kind of like grasp onto, and it just makes me feel better. So yeah, Play-Doh. Play-Doh is a great thing. And I mean, this is, I would say like maybe 2 and up, because, and that's if you're lucky, because they still try to eat it. As far as kids go, but like I love doing this type of stuff with my kids. Like we got the little unicorn thing or whatever from Five Below, and you can make your own unicorn and do little hair colors and stuff. And a lot of these things most kids do, but guess what? Adults can do it too. So how about that? And it's just very enjoyable. It just is a constant pressure thing, so you're having pressure in your hands, and that helps kind of ground you. And so it's almost like breathing, which is also a good stim. And sometimes I probably need to do it, So moving on. Where am I? I'm going to put the stuff that I've already messed with over here. So squashmallows. So you got your squishy squashmallows. Yes, this one is mine. My kids cannot claim this, although they try to. I wish I had my Giant Fox one. It's like this big. I'm like, yeah. And it's like a giant fox. Anyways, but I get to show you all the rainbow lion today. I love lions and cats and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Okay, so really just the lions and tigers part. Bears were cool, I guess, but I have collected lions and little tiger stuff like my entire life. So yes, squishies. This one's like really squishy. I was enjoying this like way too much. And it just feels really good. All right. Anyways, This one is like super firm, like little narwhal. Aww, so cute. I don't know. These things are just weird to me, but they're also cute. But yeah, this one's firm. So if you want like a really good firm stem, or, because it puts that pressure like all the way up to here. And so you can kind of feel that like through your arms. And if you're feeling kind of like, that anxiety or tingly or whatever, like just like kind of being able to, again, deep pressure, which is the only way that I will take a hug. If someone tries to do that little like, tap, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that type of hug. So my friend that comes over every single week knows that I like deep pressure. I obviously like to like grab deep pressure stuff, but it's the same with how I like to accept touch also, because I might need to stim a whole lot more, or I may feel very uncomfortable with having a certain type of touch or hug or whatever. And so, yes, deep pressure is a great stim, or like those chairs that you sit in, those massage chairs, and you just like get in it and it's like, yes, those are like great stimming tools that I should probably own one in my house. Yes, bear hugs. Bears can be good for that. I mean, little baby bear cubs are, cute or whatever. I just really like lions and tigers. So, yeah, bear hugs only, deep pressure. Love that stuff. It's great. And then you got little things like this. Yay. Now this stuff can fit in your pocket easily. I mean, if you have like a bigger pocket, but can fit in your little small backpacks. This is definitely a type of thing that would go in my backpack, which will be coming out this week. Yay. I will get to show you all the stuff that I randomly throw in my backpack. And part of that includes snacks, because that's a sensory thing that I like to do, is crunchy stuff, and it helps me to eat crunchy things. Okay, I can't really rationalize that at all. I just really like chips, but it is a good stem along with this mermaid. And they get like super torn up, like her head's about to fall off. I mean, but they're just, it's like a marshmallow that's not sticky. So, feels super great. Anyways, goodbye. What's next? Ooh, I just got this for my son from Five Below too. Okay, whatever. I have a problem. And good to see my people in from Colorado watching on here. The only thing that good came from Colorado is you guys and this cup. That's it. Love y'all. Yes, got this from Five Below, and it's so neat, and it's like a little puzzle thing, kind of, for younger kids. They would think it's like a little puzzle, but I got it for my son. Really, I got it because I thought it was super cool once again. And he's finally getting into Pokemon and all that. So yes, score. But watch this. You like get the ball and okay, that didn't work. Hold on. Okay, maybe one more time. Isn't that neat? Okay, y'all didn't get to see it fall, but like it breaks open and then ta-da, there's Pikachu. And then you get to put it back together and you just do it over and over again. And it's a great visual stim. So there's different things that you can visually stim, kind of like putting these on, or the Play-Doh, you get to feel and grasp and use that. And that's kind of helping you with that deep pressure, kind of getting you back down to earth. And I sound like a hippie. So since I already do, okay, another visual. Okay, this is just a mess. We're about to do some science. Oh, that was scary. I really don't like how wet stuff feels. It just is like disgusting to me. I don't know. I hate that I'm like that, but I do. But anyways, bubbles are a visual stim. Isn't it pretty? I hope all y'all enjoy these bubbles. Yay! Okay, just one more time because it was just too cool. And I don't ever get to do this without the kids knocking all the bubbles over. And then I have to go buy it all over again, which is why I got this giant container. Okay, I'm done getting like all the stuff over here wet with bubbles. It's just all over the place. And I blame the kids for making messes. And I'm like, but when y'all aren't home, the party is on in the kitchen. Yes, so there's visual stims like bubbles and glitter. Speaking of makeup, oh my goodness, y'all didn't know that makeup could be a stim. Yeah, it totally is because, okay, I'll put some on. I'll do it. Yeah, killer goggles. Thanks, man. Let me just read through y'all's comments real quick so I won't distract myself like 5 more times. I am not Bubbles. I am Buttercup, Ken. You better just change that. I will not condone that. Yes, I'm wearing a blue shirt and I just did Bubbles, but I like Buttercup. So, denied. Glitter. So, glitter and putting on makeup. See, you know, that stereotype about how autistics don't do their makeup or they don't really do. Okay, so I didn't really do much today, but that's because, like, I don't really care. I'm tired. But putting on makeup is actually a stim. I like to go in my bathroom. I feel like I'm talking super loud. See, like vocal things. That's also another autistic thing, like the going up and down and not knowing. Whatever, I'm working on it. But yes, I like to go in the bathroom, shut the door, lock it, and every so often just enjoy like sitting there and watching myself put on the makeup. Like I don't even care about, you know, necessarily the point of I guess the makeup or whatever. It's just nice because things are shiny like this. And then you get to walk around all day, and every time you see yourself, you're like, ooh, cool. Yeah. So putting on makeup is actually a nice stim. And so whenever people say like, oh, girls on the spectrum, or they don't do their makeup and stuff, you know, like we're all just walking around looking the same, I guess, and none of us can dress up. That's lies. It's lies. Because I love doing it. I love putting this shiny like stuff on my face. Some days I don't do nothing, but I'll just like put this, you know, shiny blush stuff. Oh, it's right here. See, this is also shiny. And I'm not super girly. I'm really not. But I love to dress up and play pretend and stuff because I'm still like a 5-year-old. And so, see, it's just so fun. And then you can just, oh, look, it's shiny. Woo. And so my daughter will have so much fun playing with makeup and doing that. And next up, another one you probably wouldn't have thought of unless you're like me and go to antique shops since you were like a young child. Wait, are these in line? Oh, no, it needs to go this way. There we go. Yes. So I love antique stores. My daughter and I just went to this little thrift store place or whatever, and my kids have been obsessed with bells. Both of them have since they were really little, and collecting bells and trying to make their own music and stuff like that. And I always loved antique places, so we found like all these bells sitting together. So like making noises, that's another stim. Making music, doing music, rocking to music. Sometimes when I get super nervous, one of my biggest stims is rocking. And like all you think about when you think about someone that's rocking is that person that's in like, well, the mental hospital. And so, you know, that was my vision of like, I tried to stop myself from stimming because to me, like sitting here talking and doing this, it makes me feel better. But like if I did that everywhere, like I would have definitely been judged because I already was for just sitting there basically. So you know, the stimming really does like help you regulate and get back down to earth. And so, ooh, that one's like super loud. I don't like it. But to call the kids to dinner, yeah, that's nice. And then you got this little sound. Woo! See, so. Okay, this one's a little boring. Oh wait, there it goes. Had to hold it right. See, so anyways, there's those type of stems. And I know this all seems kind of silly and funny, and it kind of is, but doing a lot of these things, or like, you know, having something that, like, my daughter was walking around the store just like this, and it might have been making a sound, but like it just made her feel so much better. Like she could make this little sound herself, and it could kind of ground her. And so yes, so that's super fun. I got a few more things, and some of these are just specifically what I like to do. So I'm going to face the camera down here. So stimming with puzzles. I like had this all like together or whatever, and my cat keeps messing it up, and so I destroyed it myself. But I love doing puzzles, and I love putting them together, and it's like all the little pieces. So even though I do not agree technically with the reason why autism uses a puzzle, I love puzzles, and so I'm cool with the puzzle piece only because that's one of my interests, and it's one of my favorite ways to stim, along with rocking. So another way to stim, and my Colorado people are going to love this because they do love rocks, and one of them found out while I was sitting with the box of rocks that I needed to be like taken away from the box of rocks because I would have just taken the whole thing. So I have these little stem boxes that I have for my kids, and there's all these different rocks. They can pretend to plant plants and stuff. And so sensory bins are super great for kids, period, but for adults also, because yes, I'm the person that's going down the trails really slow because I'm looking for rocks and trying to find them, and like I want all the cool ones, and we need to collect all the rocks and the seashells and stand here for like 5 hours until I finish collecting them. But I'm going to show off some stuff from my friends that they have made, and I didn't tell them I was going to do this today because I didn't know until I remembered. I love rocks, and they're super fun to stim with and look at all day long. So, yes. So this is actually from the Hope Rocks box that I got to pick stuff from. And of course, I'm the one who's like, I'm going to choose a piece of wood that looks like a rock because it's unique. And it has all these little ridges and stuff in it. So my friends AK and Gonzo and their team that helped us in Colorado and stuff, they make all these and give them to different people, and super neat. But this is petrified wood, and it's like solid. I mean, it feels like a rock. It's super cool, but you know, you can just look and see all the different lines and details and stuff in there. And then there's this one, which it kept calling out to me, and I wasn't sure why. To see, it's hard to see, but there's green and brown. But when you turn it this way, wait, maybe this way. When you turn it this way, it looks like mountains. And so it was really meaningful to me. Anyways, rocks are cool. They're fun to stim with. And these are so pretty. These are one of my favorite things from the Hope Rock stuff that I got to pick from. And they have like turquoise and whatever. Yes, I get to, I'm showing some of my special interest of, I'm obsessed with rocks, obviously. And then these are from like a crystal thing my son got in Galveston, and you break it open and it has like the real crystals in it. And so that's pretty cool. And yeah, this is another one of the Hope Rocks. So you can just look at it and it's just shiny and it's smooth. You can feel it. And I'm not going to lie, like I might have to carry one of these around in my pocket or my bag that I take my fun stimmy stuff in. And that way, you know, if I'm feeling a certain way or anxiety or whatever, I could just take it out and look at it and feel it, and it will calm me down. And then there's this little baby one right here. So thank you guys for letting me take some of those rocks home. Y'all are awesome. I enjoy having them. I need like a whole like countertop place with rocks. But yes, planting actually is another way of stimming and gardening. I love doing landscape work. I'll get out there and just like go all at it because that's a thing that I really love to do that relaxes me, and you're getting your hands in the dirt and you're feeling everything, and you're kind of like trying to keep plants from dying, which they usually do because I forget. but it's really good. It's really peaceful. And it really does help kids. Like if I ever did a class, since I'm not like the best at musical stuff, I mean, I can dance, but if I ever did a class, I would probably do some type of like outside gardening or whatever class for kids on the spectrum and adults, because I know how much that type of stimming has helped. This is also one of my favorites, and they're magnets. So this is all like, this is actually called STEM toys, which I mean, it's STEM like in a different way, but it's STEM. Well, I think it's fun for STIM. But yeah, you get these little pieces, and this is one of my favorite things to play with the kids. And you can like put the magnets together. That one's obviously way too big, but there's different shapes, and you can make all your own little cars and stuff. So not only is like the colors not too crazy for me, since that's a struggle that I have, it also is, well, you have to fortify it better with different pieces. These are not the right ones to go with it. Look, there's little windows and stuff. You got your cool little window pieces. Anyways, you can make buildings and all kinds of things, and it just keeps your hands busy, and it keeps your mind kind of clear to do some of this stuff. Like any type of like puzzles or strategy games, different things like that. It's like your mind is doing something, but you know, it's more of a visual STEM in some ways. But yeah, it's something that's just helping calm you. So then I have this little sensory bin, super cheap, super easy to make. Did this over the summer because COVID is stupid and we had to have a lot of things to help us calm ourselves. So this was a fun one, and you can just, there's hair all in here. Come on, kids. What are you doing? So it's a bunch of cut up straws, and they're perfect for my kids because they love all the bright and colorful things. And it also helps with their motor skills. So you just cut up a bunch of these little straw pieces and you stick it through the tubes. You can make necklaces or animals or whatever. And so it helps. I mean, my hands even have a lot of issues motor wise, and like they cramp up and stuff all the time. I have issues with writing and all that. That'll be another video. But yes, there's something that helps you with fine motor skills. And then you can put beads on them. So there's beads. It's colorful. It's fun. So yeah, those are a bunch of different type of fun stimming toys, fun stimming tools. You know, the necklaces. Some of this stuff you can carry around in a backpack, and that can help. One of my favorites. Oh, so this is my like magical infinity cube. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you. Because it's small enough where I can carry it like really anywhere. I mean, it's not the most quietest thing, but it's continuous. So it's like a block, and it just keeps on going. And so I can, you know, just one-handed. Sometimes I do this while I'm driving. Like my daughter vocal stems, and I hadn't been an infinity cube. And we're just stimming along the drive because I don't really like being stuck in the car either. And so I have something that keeps me busy there, or I use this in class whenever I go on Thursdays, because while I'm doing this, it's helping with that nervous energy, and then I can pay attention better because I have ADHD and I'm autistic, and there's just a lot going on, and my hands need to like just keep going. And so this is an infinity cube, one of the best things that's happened to me as far as STEM stuff, and you need to get one because they're awesome and they're cheap, and I like it. So yes. Anyhow, those are all the things that are fun that I STEM with that or that my kids do. And I would say, like, you know, if you don't have any tools or whatever that you use, like sometimes I go side to side, you know, because like, you know, people maybe think something like this, well, whatever, who cares? But like, I used to just go side to side, and that would kind of help to calm me down. But the whole point really is that like people use different ways and do different things to stim. And like when I was a kid, I did fidget like all the time. Like I was always biting my fingers. I was always being told to stop, and you got to do this or you can't do that or whatever. And so I sat on my hands in school all the time because I didn't want to bother anyone. And so a lot of these stems that I had, that because I do get excited and I clench my fist and I go like this and I, wave my hands around and I go like this when I get excited. But a lot of those things were like not seen as being like normal or okay to do or whatever. And so I compressed all of those type of stems, and I didn't realize how much they helped me until I was adult and just started letting myself out, let it go, whatever. Because it really helped me get out whatever that was. And then that would less likely lead to a meltdown because I was able to stim, self soothe, whatever, myself all day long. And I didn't have to be bothered by, what everybody else thought of that. Because in reality, for me, it was that it was going to end up being better for me and them probably later if I was able to get it out and like, stim it out, whatever. So, anyways, there's a few videos on YouTube about stem dancing. So to leave y'all, I am about to get off because my computer's going to die. I'm going to do a little stem dance, and it's something that I love to do. So, come on, y'all know you want to do. I like doing this with my fingers. Any type of things to help me break lives because it's just already. So you just move your hands around. This is one of my favorite ones to do. Let me turn it down. So this is something that I like to do all the time, and then my body just starts to move back and forth. I've started to learn how to just like let it out. And so you just gotta move your fingers, move yourself. And sometimes I do the washer. Come on, y'all know y'all seen Karate Kid. You gotta wax on and wax off. And it's just a natural thing. You just move your hands around. It's like a helicopter. But it really helps. You just let it out and you stim. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, the best thing is like I just don't care what anybody thinks anymore. Like you just have to do what feels good and helps calm you down. I mean, I probably look like a total nut right now, but it's fine because I'm just going to keep on moving and flapping my hands like this. I was told to stop. I was told to sit on my hands. And baby, don't sit in the corner no more. Love you guys. Bye.